Hashtag Marc Stuart Medium is hashtag the Scottish Medium. Okay, so let's get started. Dear Father, Mother, Spirit, thank you very much for bringing us together. Thank you for our guides putting protective circle around us on 3 continents. Please help us to open the door to the other side. Please help everybody to deal with the very, very difficult task I've got for them tonight. He said, smiling. Thank you. Amen. Okay, so if you want to get relaxed, close your eyes, take a deep breath, clear your mind, exhale, take another deep breath, clear your mind of that last destructive thought. Inhale again, and when you're ready, exhale. Now picture yourself standing at the foot of a stair. Climb up the stairs. At the top of the stair, there's a big glass ornate door. Put your hand out, open the door, and as you open the door, you open yourself to the realms on the other side. So open your eyes, get your bearings. Give me a second just to change my video. So, close your eyes. Get relaxed. Get comfortable. Put your hand to your chest. Pull the ripcord. And let the parachute fly up above your head. Put your hands back down to the chair and cling onto it for grim life, because the parachute's not attached to you, it's attached to the chair. So if you fall out of the chair, you know where you're going, a long way down. So get the 2 cords on the sides of the parachute and guide it slowly down. Have a look down. Now, we were talking earlier about Florida. Guess where you're going to land? In the eye of the storm. It's a force-free hurricane. You're going right down into the center of it. Thud. Your chair's landed. Unfortunately, not on solid ground. In the Everglades swamps. And all the alligators, realizing that there's a hurricane swirling around them, have all headed into the center. So there you are, sitting in your chair, parachutes falling down behind you, landing on top of some big, oversized alligator, who very quickly opens his mouth and promptly shreds it to pieces, looks you as you turn and look over your shoulder at him. And then another one comes out of the water just beside you, and another one on either side of you. And you're beginning to sort of panic until one of them stands up on his hind legs and sort of balances with his tail. This looks very odd. And they all start doing the same. And you realize that they're not real alligators. They're in fancy dress. And they're on their way to one of those funny parties that they have in New Orleans. I don't know how far we were from New Orleans, but they say, come on, join us in the car. And it's a big ramshackle car, holds about a dozen people. In you get, and they drive off to New Orleans for one of those late night parties. And everybody's in all sorts of gothic dress. Skulls are everywhere, witchcraft's everywhere. The wine's being handed out. Or is it from the violinists are playing? It's one of those local American quaint parties. Finally, you end up in some street, and there's food being handed out, and there's people dancing, all sorts of strange dancing that I can't describe. And finally, somebody comes up to you and says, "Why are you not in fancy dress?" And you realise that you're not in fancy dress. You're still in your pilot uniform. So you quickly go into your rucksack that you've got over your bag, because you know that you never go anywhere without being prepared. And there's a fancy dress. So you find a nice quiet little corner, get changed into your witch's outfit, put the hat on, put the green mask on, get the broomstick out, extend it because it was collapsed to fit in your bag, hop onto the broomstick, and then you put out a sort of cackling laugh, and you run down the streets pretending to fly, feeling completely in character. And you come to a nice bar at the end of the street that's got music blasting out, and you go in, and it's a punk rock theme that they've got in this bar. Don't ask me why punk rock's got anything to do with the sort of gothic theme and horror theme. Well, I suppose it's punk rock, that probably says it all. And a punk rocker comes up to you and he hands you a glass beer, and you swash it down, and you sit down at a table, and one of the punk rockers comes up to you and says, "You took your time getting here. I've been waiting all night for you." And he gets you up, and you dance with him. You realise this is the date that you were trying to fly into to meet. You dance all night, and you look him in the face, and you think, "Nah, this guy's not for me." But he says, before you dump him, "Okay, well, let me just take you over here to this nice, quiet little room." And you think, "Do I really want to go into a quiet little room with a punk rocker that I'm about to reject?" And he just laughs and he says, "Don't worry." Opens the door, and you walk in. And you know where you are. It's that safe room. It's a bedroom or a living room, somewhere from your past or your imagination or your current life, where you feel completely and absolutely safe. Everything's where it should be. 2 chairs, you know the story. One's empty. One's got your loved one waiting for you. Embrace them, sit down with them, and I'll leave you for the next 3 or 4 minutes. And try not to horrify them as in your gothic outfit. So as I said, I'll come back in about 3 or 4 minutes, or maybe even 1 or 2. Okay, so it's time now to come back. Stand up with your loved one. Say goodbye. Walk back to the door. The punk rocker's waiting for you. Take him by the hand, go for one quick last dance. Go back out the door of the bar. Grab your broomstick in both hands. And just have a wild cackle. Take your mask off. Reveal the true you, the real green-skinned witch. Jump on the broomstick. Rev up the engines and take off. And fly directly up. Isn't it amazing how the eye of the hurricane covered the whole of New Orleans? And as you go up, watch the hurricane beneath you get smaller and smaller and smaller. Just head in the direction to get yourself home. It's a full moon tonight, so use it for guidance, for the stars. Cast a few spells while you're flying around. Do a little bit of mischief. And then slowly come down through the clouds. Land outside your home. Park the broomstick safely in the garden or by the front door. Cast the spell to open the door. Have a good look at yourself in a mirror. You really do look the part for the Wicked Witch of the West. Find your seat, which miraculously has found its way home. Give yourself a good shake. Transform back to yourself. Sit down. Get comfortable. When you're ready, open up your eyes. Get yourselves comfortable. Close your eyes. And put your hand out to the glass door and pull it shut. And as you pull it shut, the beams of light diminish. Click, the door is shut. Turn round, walk down the stairs. And at the foot of the stairs, know that you are now safely closed. So, dear Father, Mother, Spirit, thank you very much for all the wonderful messages that I got tonight. I had a very enjoyable night. Thank you for the difficulties. Thank you for the learning. Please take the energy that we have generated tonight and please send it to 2 people. A little bit to my mother to help her get through her very mild dose of coronavirus, and send the majority of it to Lucerno and her mother. And please help her mother to not suffer as much as we all think when we think about it, to delay the advance of the disease as much as possible, and to help Lucerno to cope and support her mother in the months and years ahead. So I'm just going to run very quickly and give you a very quick and brief description about the Circle programs that we offer. There are actually 2 different Circle programs that we run. The first one is just straightforward Circle membership, and that costs $50 a month. The second one is a training program, which is pretty intense. Various prices on that, depending on what level of training you want. So, Circle membership. That gets you into 1 circle every week, 1 a week, so 4 or 5 a month, depending on the month. You get membership of a private Facebook group. You get to develop slowly at your own pace, basically over the long term, and you get access to videos of the circles that you attend. Cost $50 a month. Training program comes at 3 different levels, 1, 2, and 3 circles a week. Basically, that corresponds to how quickly you want to proceed. At 3 circles a week, you're doing it in 6 months. At 2 circles a week, you're doing it over 9 months. At 1 circle a week, you're doing it over a year. You also get access to monthly lectures and a very big video library. Your membership of the private Facebook group It's very different. This is very hard work. It's geared to make you a working and professional medium. Now, the circles themselves that you get access to are very different. The circles with the membership are only at the weekend, and that's basically where people are coming in and developing at their own pace. I'm not saying that we don't push people, but you don't get pushed at the same level that you would in the circles during the week. It's the difference between going for a casual walk along the beach and training to be an Olympic runner in terms of the actual circles that you go to. When you're at the end of the program, however, you then get access to a business program once you're certified. Now, that's really the major incentive for joining the Accelerated Training Program. And the costs start at $99 a month, depending on the level that you want to proceed at.
Facebook group called Spiritual Mediumship, which is all about the way that we do spiritualism and mediumship in Scotland, and a smaller group of people that sit in the 4 circles that I and we run a week. Come along and meet us, experience what a circle actually is. You never know, you might make a friend, you might enjoy yourself, you might even join a circle. Even you might just join one of the groups.